My name's Joanne McKenna, and I am the Ward 1 Councilor. I'd like to introduce the dignitaries that are here today. State Rep Jeff Turco, Mayor of Revere Patrick Keefe, at-large Councilor Mark Silvestri, Ward 2 Councilor Ira Novoselsky, Ward 5 Councilor Angela Garino-Sawaya, former State Senator Robert Travellini, former Councilor at Large Jerry Visconti, former Ward 1 Councilor Rita Singer. She always gets the biggest applause. And I'd like to say thank you for coming, the Previte family. This is all for you. I'd like to introduce now the Master of Ceremonies, Bruce Singer, who's going to take it from here. Thank you.
Karen, Jenny, John Jr., John Previte Jr., I know you're up there. Welcome to Way Cool Previte Way Day. I'd like to stand up and do the Pledge of Allegiance. Pick your flag. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the Republic which stands one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice to all. Now I'd like to introduce my granddaughter, Jana Singer, who will sing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
I'd like to introduce the Mayor, Patrick Keefe.
Well, welcome everyone to Kimberly Park, and thank you for being here. Thank you for being here for the Previte family. We know this is a large crowd here today, so on behalf of the Previte family, we were able to take a look through the books, and we noticed there's a few people that have some past due invoices from their IOUs at Previte Market. The Mercurio brothers are in the back, and they're going to be doing the collections for today. Everyone gets that because when we talk about some of the history of Revere and a lot of the history on these small towns, there was always that market that everyone knew. There was always that market that people gathered. They may have drank coffee, they may have bought lottery tickets, they may have gotten their sandwiches or their belongings for the week. But there was always that one market that stood out to support their neighbors, their friends, even in tough times. So a lot of people had someone like John or John Jr. behind the counter and just kept this little scribe of a family, a mom maybe having a tough week, and wasn't able to buy her full groceries and pay for them all. And John, or his dad, or his aunt, or one of the young employees that worked there would scratch down the amount that she or he owed, and they'd keep that record. And they'd know they didn't send people out to collect because they knew that the trust in their community that they would always pay when they could. And those are the types of markets that reflected what a great community we have in Revere. And we still have those. Those times may have changed, and some of the names on different buildings have changed, but something that hasn't has been the heart of our community. So today we're going to be doing a dedication, and this honor was bestowed from Councilor McKenna and, of course, Councilor Visconti, who offered this motion about a year and a half ago to change the name from Unity Ave to Previte Way. And I can't think of another a more dignified name to use when you talk about the Previte family. It was exactly that. They unified this neighborhood. Huge. You would go by and you'd see butcher paper with what was for sale during the week. Some of the drawings, I don't know who the artist in the family was, but I'm not sure if any of them are at the Museum of Fine Arts this year. But maybe they should be. But one thing that stands out is this neighborhood has always stuck together. They've tried to annex themselves and become Beachmont City. We are not going to ever allow that because we know how much Beachmont means to the entire community of Revere. So today is an extremely special day. Previte Way will forever be named on formerly Unity Ave. And as always, we will never forget what the Prevites have done for this community. So thank you so much. We should continue to be proud of our roots, and your family that's here with you today, John, I know that they recognize what their name means to them. So continue to carry on that tradition. Thank you.
I would like to introduce former Councilor at Large, Jerry Visconti.
Thank you. It's great to see so many people here out this morning to recognize such a great family. I want to thank Councilor McKenna, Mayor Pat Keefe, for actually following through with what I think was my very last motion as a city councilor. I also want to give credit where credit's due and say thank you to Bruce Singer for approaching me one night at the city council to talk about an idea that he had. I left that night and said to myself, what a great tribute this would be for a family that did so much for the Beachmont community. And not to mention, yes, I was a little biased to the idea because Previte's Market was my very first job at the age of 13 years old, if you remember, John. Yes. I was about 13 years old, and I was being trained by Papa Previte. So you could imagine the hard-nosed, old school training I received. So when this came to mind, I was excited. But really working there really gave me a chance to witness firsthand what John and the Previte family did for the Beachmont community. And Pat, I'm gonna just piggyback off some of the stuff that Pat said and the mayor said. He gave everybody credit. And I'm not talking credit cards. He cuffed everyone. And you'd go in, you were a little short. He'd write your name on a little black book behind the register. I remember because I witnessed it. You know, with the number and with the hopes of getting repaid the next week. I think it was the only store around where you can actually walk in and leave with a full bag of meats, vegetables, a bottle of wine, a 6-pack of beer, and a pack of cigarettes, all on an IOU. That's amazing. And it's so true, and we want to thank you for that. So, on behalf of the city of Revere and the city council that helped pass this motion through, I want to say, John and the Previte family, thank you for your service. Thank you for your generosity and your kindness to the Beachmont community. This recognition is so well deserved, and I'm honored and proud to have played a small role in seeing this through. So thank you. Congratulations.
Now I would like to introduce Ward 1 Councilor Joanne McKenna.
Welcome, everyone, to this wonderful and long overdue dedication. I would like to open this up with a true story. My father, a U.S. Army sergeant, met my mother in Italy during World War II. They had 3 children and made their home in Beachmont. Unbeknown to me, I had no idea how financially challenged we were until later on in my life. My father was a teacher at McKinley School and my mother worked part-time at Stop and Shop. No matter their sacrifice, we always had food on the table. Why? Because of the Previte family. I remember as a kid, my mother giving me $5 and me sending me down to the Previte market to pick up a roast or a couple of pounds of hamburger. My mother would say, "Tell Johnny to put this towards my bill." I had no idea what she was talking about. You see, clothes weren't the only thing you could put on a layaway plan. Prevites had a layaway plan too. They not only fed the whole community of Beachmont, but they employed every Beachmont teenager to work for them. Even me. I stocked the shelves. Do you remember that, Johnny? That's all you would let me do, is stock the shelves. But I thought I did a good job. This dedication to a family that was instrumental to the Beachmont community is a wonderful tribute to their generosity and kindness. This street dedication is a reminder for all the people still living in Beachmont, the huge impact you and your family had on this community. I would like to personally say thank you to you, Johnny Previte, for saving my family for all those years. Thank you very much, from my heart.
Next, I would like to introduce a former Ward 1 Councilor, dear old Ma, Rita Singer.
It's not going to be long, but I have to get up here and talk to Johnny. This is an honor for me to be alive, to see you get this honor. You deserve it. The Previte family deserves it, and Beachmont deserves it. I myself, as a city councilor, they were always there for me. Whenever I needed anything, whenever I came in for anything, they were always there. I watched the kids grow up, and it is a pleasure. And you know, the best part of this is to see all of Beachmont come out. This is an honor. This to me means you've got heart for people that really care. That you people really care. You were good for me, and you're still good for the community, and good to John Previte. And one other thing I just want to say, it's good and it's an honor when you're alive to see it happen. And I think that's a joy. And that's all I have to say.
I would like to introduce Bruce Singer, who was instrumental in this whole ceremony, and he's going to say a few words right now. Thank you.
Johnny Previte, do I have to say any more? The Wizard of Oz once said, "It's not how much you love, it's how much you are loved." Well, Johnny, what do you think, Mr. Previte? Still got a twinkle in his eye. He's cool by the pool. He's the classiest, iconic, generous, stand-up, honest, salt of the earth, family-loving, patriarch, Johnny, they should have named the block after you.
I just want to thank everybody that was involved today. Thank you. I'm not going to mention names, mention the people that came. I really appreciate it. My family does too. Thank you all.
So great.
On to Previte Way.
Yeah, look at it. There we go. Hey! I'm still out, Johnny. Hey, congratulations. That's awesome. Not me.
You gotta have them here because you're gonna stand up because the pipe will be hot.